What's going on, everybody? This is Super Mike 2164, and I just got some real quick thoughts to spread out to the family. And you can share this message, comment below, let me know what you think about the topic, and it's just food for thought here. I was listening to a YouTuber brother. He was talking to somebody about an interesting subject on history. He was talking about Thomas Jefferson, and in that exchange, uh, some of the history of what went into creating today's Black American community came up, and it made me think about this subject here, because what's going on here is I'm noticing that you know we can use facts to fit any narrative, you see. But I often see some people put facts together to support a loser narrative for Black Americans. In other words, Black Americans, a lot of us, Black folks, not just even Americans, I'm noticing this in a lot of parts of the world, we have tried to satisfy ourselves in this secondary subsection of inferiority. Do not challenge the status quo. Every time we've challenged the white people who run society, we've been smacked down. So why bother? Satisfy yourself and designate yourself to second class, third class, fifth class citizenship or existence. Satisfy yourself with that, try to be happy and move on. you know and he used facts to support that conclusion, and it wasn't really that conclusion, but this is the conclusion that I often see people use facts for. But you can use those same facts to support a victory conclusion. If you lost a battle, you can use facts to why you were not prepared, and you can stop right there, and you will never be able to defeat that person. Or you can use those facts of why you weren't prepared to better prepare yourself for the next engagement. You see, so this is what I kind of mean, and it kind of goes into this theory called perception management. You see, if you manage the narrative for a group of people, then if you fed people a narrative that they are losers, then they continue to be losers if they accept the facts in those ways. Now, my point is not to make up facts, or not even necessarily to always, even sometimes you can minimize the importance of a certain fact to suit your narrative. I don't, as long as you don't deny the truth. But the thing is, your narrative should be to win. And so what I looked at here is, our DNA as Black Americans, it comes from Africa. It comes from people who are indigenous to this land. And when I say indigenous, that means people who came here prior to Christopher Columbus, prior to the mass enslavement of the Western Hemisphere peoples. I mean, and we have peoples in the islands, Pacific Islands. If you look at Black Americans and you look at a lot of the people in Pacific Islands, we have a very similar look to them as well. We have artwork from those time periods that shows that, the people over here were very dark people, were essentially Black people. We have pictures from, Hawaiian Islands, even people who are there. So we are a seafaring people. We know that the Moors came over here. We know that people, Sundiata from Mali, Uh, we have accounts that indigenous people transfers the world. When Europeans came over here, we have document King Philip's War. We have other documented cases. Even, the people in what they call Haiti, or also it was called I believe in those times it was called Dominique Saint Dominique or Hispaniola, that island. Those Arawak people, the Twi, those people were bred into Africans. Okay, he did document that Thomas Jefferson was a big part of the breeding of slaves, enslaved people, and bred for slavery. But we bred ourselves as well too. If you look at prior to that, they looked at, meaning when I say bred, meaning we selectively chose different characteristics, even in our indigenous peoples, to mix and mate with, to produce certain uh, desirable traits. Okay, and so that's called selective breeding, and that's what humans do. I mean, you select who is the better mate for you. You see, and this is what they did during slavery, but they did not create everything we are today as Black America. But what they did do is they lied about the records and how all of our parts came to be here in the Americas. And so it's very important that we second guess every single narrative that our historical opposition. These people are called enemy. Now, it's very important for us to understand this, because our nature is not to hate people, and we have been bred not uh, to go up against these folks. But the thing is, though, as we start to develop ourselves, and we have to do things for ourselves, we have to look after our own interests, and in that case, we're going to have to take strong opposition to the mental control that has been put in our people. You see what I'm saying? And so that's kind of what I wanted to kind of get at. Is that's the question. When we use facts, we can't. I mean, true enough, we were bred, but at the same time, you don't stop there and say we are Frankenstein of people and that's it. Hard pill to swallow. Well, I mean, yeah, if that's how you want to take it, and you just want to stop right there, then and that's kind of like a loser narrative. Well, yeah, we were bred during slavery, but we put ourselves together as well. Prior to that, we had science of mating, for certain desirables. These were the type of narratives that we had prior to white folks having that information. You see, so you always take it back to where you want to create narratives to where it follows the facts, but at the same time, you and your lineage can have pride in the truth. You don't want to just create narratives where you just lose at the end. That's the type of movies and stuff that white people create. They create narratives where we always lose. We don't want to reproduce that type of truth telling. We want to tell the truth, but we don't want to lose. We don't want to end where we all lose. We're just, pathetic type people, and we're just a trash heap. And this is our lot in life. You see what I'm saying? So the point is, the more we resist this white supremacist mindset and Black inferiority mindset, in every, we are just as good as any other group of people. White folks, they're going to have to start learning to do for themselves, because we got to start learning to do for ourselves. White people have to live on their own without stealing the labor of other people. You see, we're going to direct our dollars to where we want our dollars to be directed to. And we're going to be successful. We're going to work through our problems, but we're going to win at the end. I want to see if you guys could hear this Let's see here. If this even works. I don't think it works. Nope. It's not gonna work. Yeah. So the point is, these people are scientists at managing your perception. They know how to take the facts and even lies. Now, I'm not saying include lies, but what I'm saying is when we use the facts, we want to say the thing in a narrative where we also support the agenda of victory. If you don't win, then what's the point of facts? If you die in the end, then why did you care about the truth or facts? Because the fundamental objective of life is to survive and to live. And if you don't use the facts to further and enhance your ability to survive and win, what is the point? So that's it. Peace. Let me know what you thought about it. And everybody, love you and have a great day. Peace.